In this video, if you are looking to buy a home, credit is one of the most important factors. I'm going to give you some tips to help you qualify from a credit score perspective to buy a home. So, as I mentioned, if you are looking to buy a home, one of the things lenders are going to look at is what your credit score is. And if you're not used to kind of managing your credit, it can be very confusing. There's lots of things about credit scores that are counterintuitive. For example, you think paying off some of your oldest credit or that have bad marks on your credit might be a beneficial thing, but it turns out the things, once they get past 7 years old, actually drop off your credit unless you take action on them. So if you pay off that non-payment from 10 years ago, you might actually decrease your score. Things like that happen. So here's some tips that avoid getting in that situation. So to improve your credit, tip number one, set up your bills for automatic payments, because payment history is the most important factor used to determine credit scores. This helps you make sure you pay your bills on time, which is really, really important. That also will help you avoid unnecessary credit score damage. Number two, pay down existing debt. How much you owe in relation to how much you make and in relation to your credit limits is the second most important factor used for credit scores. This means you want to try to avoid carrying balances on your credit cards, never using more than 25% of your credit line. Also, paying down your existing debt will improve your debt to income ratio, which is another factor lenders look at. The third thing is that you have to look over your credit report for errors and address those. So if you got to check all three credit bureaus because they don't all say the same thing. You're going to check Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. You can do this once a year for free at annualcreditreport.com. If you find any errors or information that's not accurate or you don't recognize, take steps to dispute that. Number four, build credit with new financial products. If you need to build credit from scratch or repair credit after some mistakes were made in the past, look for new credit cards or products that are easy to obtain. So secured credit cards could be a good option, and look at credit builder loans as another option. And again, keep in mind you don't want to overextend yourself on those either. And finally, the fifth tip is to use a free app to build credit. You can use a free app like Experian Boost to get credit for payments you're already making, like your utilities, your subscription services, and even your rent. And all you do is connect those accounts to this app to have those payments reported. Essentially, you want to show to a lender that you are a good credit risk. And one of the most important ways of doing that is by showing that you pay your bills on time. I hope you found these tips helpful. If you ever have questions about credit, while I'm not a credit expert, I do have some knowledge, but I have connections to people who really do know credit inside and out. I'd love to help you. Please reach out. Have a great day, everybody.